it's very cool to see an old building with the brand new building as a background. Hey guys, I'm here with my friend Frank.
Hey guys.
We met up so that Frank can make his test before departing.
Tomorrow morning.
Guys, don't forget, when you're leaving Ukraine, you still need to get tested. It doesn't have to be PCR, it can be the antigen test, which is a little bit less expensive. I think you paid $550?
Yeah, $20?
550 hryvnia, whereas the normal PCR test is 850, and it takes a day.
24 hours.
24 hours. You didn't have this time?
So yeah, be aware because the travel notice that I was getting from the airlines was saying nothing required, but then I think I remember looking into the U.S. requirements and they said yes. So then I contacted you, because of the other guys. Did they require it? So it's better safe than sorry.
Oh
Take
yeah,
it.
oh yeah, absolutely. They may not allow you to get on this flight. So the website of, what's it called? CDC?
CDC. Yes.
CDC. It says that it can be the PCR test or it can be antigen test. So it's fine, but just don't forget to get it done.
Yeah.
We are now behind the Philharmonic, and I wanted to show Frank and you some older buildings.
Very
And
beautiful building.
check out this Volga. It's this car, when it came out, I think this is not the first model. This is a newer model.
And bigger.
When it just came out back in I think 1960s, that was a dream of every man in the Soviet Union. It was a dream car, and you couldn't even if you had money. It was an expensive thing to buy, but even if you did have the money, you would have to wait. Ronald Reagan once told this joke where the guy in the Soviet Union comes to the place where you buy the cars, and he pays the money, and then you have to wait for 10 years. And so he pays the money, they give him the receipt, and they say, well, your car will be delivered on 17 October 1975, which is in 10 years. And he says, will it be in the morning or the afternoon? And the guy who works there, the clerk says, what difference does it make? It's in 10 years. And he says, well, I have the plumber coming in the morning.
A joke on the Economic Times.
Yeah. So this was a joke by Ronald Reagan. He's not far from being true. It's really, you had to wait in line for many years to be able to buy a car. Even if you had the money, it wasn't about the money, it was about the lack of cars. And then the Lada, of course, was introduced a little later. So this is
the grill and everything.
yeah.
But I like the old and the new.
Those were the taxis in the Soviet times. I remember when I was a kid, those were the taxis, and
those are bug shields, so supposed to get the bugs off the windshield.
So let's go check it out. What else is here?
Well, funny that you say that. We are running into a shortage of new vehicles because something with a chip manufacturer is not able to supply vehicles with chips.
Really?
Yeah, so a lot of car dealerships, especially in Texas, you see the lot almost completely empty. I mean,
wow.
People are buying cars as they're coming off the transportation trucks. So yeah, I mean, I passed through 4 or 5 dealerships, and they literally scatter what they have in the parking lot to make it look like we have cars. But you start looking like, are they going out of business? But it's the shortage of.
Wow. Check out the cobblestone. So these buildings here. No, not this one. This one looks new. That's a perfect example of old Kharkov. And this area was one of the first areas where people started living here once the city was founded. And we can go there and check it out. I hope there aren't any mean dogs, because if there are,
We'll see how fast we can run.
Yeah. This is something you don't normally see when they show you Kharkov. When I show you Kharkov, I normally show you the most beautiful places. These are nice too, you know, there is some charm to this kind of places. And you would, when you see this, you would, like if you saw a picture of this, you would never say that it's in Kharkov. It looks like some little tiny bitty village.
And you see how close the homes are from one another?
Yeah. They have a little garden here. It's pretty run down. Yet, that's where the whole scene started. 150, 200 years ago, that's where, you know, people started building houses here. This doesn't look like it's 150, but it was definitely built before the 1917, before the revolution. And if you look closely, you will see the wooden.
Yeah.
So it's actually made of wood plus the plaster or something.
Yes.
Plaster.
Yeah, now it's so easy, drywall.
Yeah. You can see it here.
So it's like a kitchen, right?
You can see here.
An apple tree. Yeah, an apple tree.
There.
You see what happens right next door. They must have torn down
Yeah, I'm sure there was a home.
modern.
Yeah. Now we are heading to the place that is called Planetarium. When you are in Kharkov, you can check it out. It's very popular with the kids because that's where they can look at the stars and they have this telescope. But the interesting thing about it is that it used to be a synagogue before the communists came to power. It was a synagogue, and I will show you the house of the rabbi, who was a rabbi of the synagogue too. So you see they're adding a new part of the building to the old one.
New windows and everything.
People are drying. Let's go, I'll show you how people are drying their clothes. See, they're adding to it slowly. Give it another 50 years, I think all those old buildings are gonna be gone. Because we are like literally in the city, like 5 minutes away from the opera house.
And it's so quiet.
Yes.
You're right in the very middle of the city. Traffic all around.
Yeah.
And it's so quiet here.
See, that's how people dry their clothes. There is something special about drying your clothes in winter time, especially if it's bed sheets. If you do it on outside, there is special, like they feel completely different when you bring them home, put them on the bed. This is a memory that I have as a child, yes. Because that's what we used to do. We used to dry stuff on the balcony. So this looks like a very beautiful building right there. You see it has like a little tower on top.
The cupola. Just looking at this right here is a valuable piece of land.
Oh yeah, big time.
These things are like, it's a matter of time before they.
This is this street. It's a lane actually, and it's called Lyudmila Gurchenko Lane. I will show you the address plate, and I will show you who Lyudmila Gurchenko is in a second. See, it says Lyudmila Gurchenko Lane. She was a very famous actress and a singer who was originally from Kharkov, and she used to live here, like literally here. I will show you the apartment. This balcony right there on the second floor, that's the place where she lived with her parents. and then she went on to become a very famous actress. Everybody knew her in the Soviet Union, and she came from Kharkov. And now I will show you what she looked like.
Back in those days,
We need to go. I see.
back in those days, was Moscow the central point, or was it St. Petersburg?
No, Moscow. Communists moved the capital to Moscow a few years after they came to power, and it was Moscow all along. So this is Lyudmila Gurchenko. We need to step away, I guess. Maybe on the other side of the street.
She has a sort of a Betty Davis look.
What kind of look?
Betty Davis. It's also an actress and performer from the 50s. And kind of resembles her a little bit.
Let's go show you the planetarium. Remember I mentioned the planetarium, which used to be the synagogue.
Well, that's the first sign that I've actually seen that has both, Ukrainian language or Russian and then English.
Ukrainian and English. I never paid attention.
Well, we do because we were like looking at signs. Okay, where am I at? Oh, but there's a new, I don't know if it's an app or something that you can put your phone up against it and it does automatic translation. I saw it.
Is it Google Lens?
I saw it on one of those ads on YouTube. Of course, I'm leaving tomorrow, but I'm like, oh, I should have known about that before I came.
I think I used it. We have a new Chinese restaurant which is about to be open. I think they're working on it right now, and everything, all the advertising outside, it's all in Chinese.
Oh.
And I don't know Chinese, so I used it, and it says real Chinese restaurant, best in the city. Tell your friends, we are coming up soon. We're gonna open soon.
Oh, so it did work, huh?
So it did work, yeah. There would be no way I could understand. So this is a planetarium. Yep.
You see by the beautiful symbol. Now, is it the same structure as when it was a synagogue?
I believe so. They may have added something, but yeah. And let's go from the side. As far as I remember, there were 17 synagogues in Kharkov before the communist revolution, and now there are just 2.
Oh. Because you can see like newer brick on one side, older brick, and then on top is actually different. It's like plastic.
So you see, there used to be like very tall, 3 tall windows right there
Pane glass.
to allow more light inside, so that when people are inside praying, they have more light. And you see they're covered up. And this was the house of the rabbi. This is where he used to live. No, look, Kravtsova Lane. It's also in English. Very nice brick house. You could, those houses were built to last. Look at it.
Yeah,
If you do a little work on it, maybe not a little, but it can be really nice.
I love the overhang, the bottom part of the gossets or the suffix. But it's made out of brick. Whoa, that's pretty nice. Yeah, you also see where there's a window being covered up.
Okay, guys, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
For this final video of Frank, this time staying in Kharkov, because you're leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
tomorrow morning.
This time tomorrow, I'll be in either Istanbul or on my way to the United States.
Probably on the way to the United States.
So I'm trying to soak up as much as I can right now.
Of course. Come to Kharkov too and enjoy this beautiful place.
So not only does Michael do the marriage agency, he also does tour guides. So he's a very good guy.
That's a sightseeing.
Yes.
Good luck, guys.
Bye bye.